Good morning, everyone. It is the end of an awesome streaming week, and today on the show, we're going to be talking all about how this week went, what ended, what's starting up next week, and what you can expect. But in addition, we've got a big gaming news story to cover today. Grand Theft Auto 6 has again been delayed. That's right. So, we will discuss said delay. We'll talk about the implications of it happening and what this means, but also there's actually information about what might have directly caused the delay. And that's actually rare. Like, it's a rare occurrence when there would be a big thing like this and you actually might know what's going on. And of course, if you can believe it, it's controversial, it's dramatic, and we'll talk all about it here on today's show. So, sit back and relax. It's time for a week-ending episode of the Level 1 Podcast.
Attention! The games are about to begin. All hail the
Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the show. It is Friday, the 7th of November, 2025. I'm DSP, and this is the Level 1 Podcast. It is the final streaming day of the week. It's been a great 6-day streaming week. We did a lot this week. And what I'd like to do is just kind of recap everything so everyone knows exactly what is going on, because there was a lot that went down. And now you might want to know, well, what is actually coming up next week as a result? Because games finished. We stopped playing a particular game. We got 2 new games coming into the rotation. So you're going to want to know how and when, you can actually catch those playthroughs. But in addition, today, we got big news. This GTA 6 delay is all that anyone is talking about in the gaming universe. It is big news because GTA 6, obviously a game over 12 plus years in development, a game that we know when it comes out will be the big one, the gaming dynamo. It's going to clear the schedule for everyone else. And what's funny is I feel like a lot of game developers look at the gaming landscape, and these days they say there's 2 games we want to avoid. Annually, we want to stay away from Call of Duty, because if our game comes out anywhere within the 2-week span of Call of Duty, it's going to get overshadowed. Call of Duty still, to this day, remains the annual best-selling franchise game pretty much every year. I mean, there was one year Hogwarts Legacy beat it, but outside of that, it still dominates sales. But now, a game like GTA 6, a game so hyped, so anticipated, everyone knows this game is probably going to be the best-selling game of the year when it comes out, and all other game devs are trying to stay away from it. But now it keeps getting delayed, and they keep saying, oh, no, but we were working on a game. And we were staying away from May. It was supposed to come out in May of next year. We're staying away from May on purpose because we don't want to be anywhere near the time frame of GTA 6. Well, then it gets delayed 6 months of all times to the fall. That spells bad news for a lot of companies, that's for sure. We will talk about that, okay? But also, if you haven't heard, there is an incredibly dramatic, controversial story going on behind the scenes at Rockstar, notably Rockstar North. Apparently, the real reason the game is being delayed is not because they actually need more time. It's because there is an internal studio dispute, a labor dispute involving unions and union busting and people getting fired. And this has caused such an uproar within the company that people are refusing to work. Now, you may not have heard that story, but we're going to talk about it today. Cool. All right. So, I hope you're all in good spirits. Welcome, everyone. How's everyone today? Who do we got today? We got Copium, Leo Gavoni, excuse me. We got Original Grant, Dungeon Keeper's Mistress, JS, Max Power, Bookworm, and Chris. And You're Not Funny, Harold, the Omega Man, all kinds of people in the YouTube chat. Over on the Kick chat today, we got RGB Kings, the Pizza Pie Guy, Most Tasteless, Corpse Hammer, Mojito Kitty, username already taken, Phil Loves Fuse, Donkey Choker, that's interesting, High Tech Operative, and more. Feesbot, look at all these people. Welcome, everyone, to the show. I hope that you're all having a good Friday so far, and I hope you're ready to have a nice chill stream with me here today. Not only will we be doing a nice chill podcast, but also later it'll be Pokemon Legends ZA continuing on this very stream. It has been an awesome, relaxing playthrough so far. We're still exploring Lumiose. We're still trying to climb the ranks and win ranking battles to become an A-ranked Pokemon trainer. And, people are still excited to name Pokemon, to see them in the party, see them get used, and they're coaching me on how to use the Pokemon. It's been a great run. At this point, we're around almost 20 hours into the game. And I'm wondering, how long the playthrough will be. The reports are that the game is around 30 hours long. So it could very well be that this next week we're in the home stretch of Pokemon Legends ZA, and we'll see it to its end. I guess we'll find out. I guess it also really depends on how complete of a playthrough it is, because some people have started to ask, am I going to take the extra time to catch all the Pokemon? And the answer there is, I have no idea. There have been some Pokemon games where people have liked them so much they wanted me to play them extra and try to fill the Pokedex. And there's been other Pokemon games where it's just like, just do the story and get it done. So I guess we'll see. And we'll talk about that as we play the game further. But it's been a great run. I'm excited for that as well. Tonight on the late stream, Friday Night Fights, the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection continues. Now, what are we doing tonight? That's up to you. Totally up to you. I'm not sure what you guys want. We could continue with Mortal Kombat Mythology Sub-Zero, which we started yesterday, which is laughably bad, but it's almost like a kind of so bad it's good kind of a deal. It's not so bad that you don't want to play it, especially because in this collection, you have the ability to save and suspend or resume a state on the fly. It makes it a lot more manageable, okay? An impossible game with insane difficulty ain't so bad when you could just instantly reload and try again. So maybe you want that, or maybe you want me to jump into some of the other games I didn't play yet. Most notably, it would be the home ports of games, like maybe a handheld port of a game or something. I mean, they're probably not going to run very well. They're going to be crappy, but it might be funny just to see what they play like. Or maybe you want me to go to an alternative version of a game we've already played, maybe the WaveNet edition of Ultimate MK3, which apparently was the final one, which had gameplay tweaks and a whole new character. I'll be honest, I don't think we should play online. At least not yet. Because Digital Eclipse, who made this collection, has said the next major update they're going to do will be what they're calling the Online Arcade Update, where they're apparently going to make the game better online. Right now, apparently, it is awful. Massive lag, desyncs, audio not synced with the video, dropping inputs. It's just awful. Everyone says it's not worth playing. It's garbage. So I know that sucks, where we can do a fighting game and we can't play it against other humans. That's stupid, honestly. But I guess it is what it is. We got to wait to see if they're going to fix it or not. So we'll see what you guys want tonight. All right. On the late stream, we'll get people, giving feedback, and we'll do on the fly whatever you guys are seeking. It should be a fun stream tonight. Okay. But that's today. And of course, we're going to have a crazy week coming up. We'll talk all about that in a sec. Got a couple quick shout outs to do before we even begin today. We actually start off with the Omega Man, who did a $2 super chat. And he says, I just want to say thank you for what you do. Hashtag Philomaniacs. Thank you very much, the Omega Man, for the first super chat of the day. And then we had Mia with a $5 super chat, who says, could you please wish my boyfriend Leroy a happy birthday? He's your biggest fan. Well, happy birthday to Leroy, and thank you, Mia, for the support this morning. That's actually our top super chat. Let's get that on the leaderboard and add it to our running total. So there's something that I want to call everyone's attention to, particularly if you are watching live on Kick right now. This week, we had people earlier in the week campaigning. Bill, we want text messages back for moral support. And I said, nah, I don't think so. So then people were like, well, listen, if you want to, if it's a problem, you don't just want to give it back, then set a goal. Set a goal for support. And if we hit that goal, give us the text messages back. I said, all right. So I set a goal. It was 3 days ago. I said, if we can hit 125 subs on Kick by the end of the week, I would give the text messages back. Okay. As of yesterday, we had 18 subs. So we still had 112 to go. No. 102 to go. 102. No. 107 to go. My brain is like mush right now. Why can't I figure this out? 107. No. Yes, 107. So I said, hey, if we get 107 more subs by the end of Friday, I'll give you back the text messages. Did it make the sound effect? I didn't hear it, but maybe my volume is down. As long as it's making the sound effect and you guys can hear it, let me know. If not, I got to fix it, okay? I didn't really hear it that time. So today was going to be the final day to see if we could get, you didn't hear it? Today was going to be the final day to see if we could hit this goal. And as I'm booting up for today's stream, oh, it's the sound volume was 30%. I'll up it a little bit because it does sound pretty low. I'll go to 44%. Maybe now you guys will be able to hear it better. Okay. As I was setting up the stream and I was about to get started, someone said, well, it looks like we didn't hit the goal. I said, what do you mean? It's still Friday. They said, well, the goal's gone. Oh, see, I don't use the goals. Honestly, I don't on Kick. So I didn't understand. I had set it up to expire today rather than for today to be the final day. So that's my fault. I screwed it up. So this morning, I set it up again, but I did everyone a solid. I said, all right, listen. 107 subs probably will not happen today. Just being honest. I don't think it's reasonable. So I gave you guys a discount. I said, all right, I'm going to now make this way lower, a lot more reasonable. If we can get 75 subscriptions today on Kick, by the end of today, between this stream of Pokemon and tonight's late stream of Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, you can have your text messages back for moral support. So let's get that support flowing. Let's get it going. Let's get our first sub of the day. Then let's get a second sub of the day. Then let's get another 50 gifted subs on top of that. And we'll almost be there. Let's go. What's wrong? What do you mean it's a scam? What are you talking about? It's a steal. It's a discount. It was supposed to be 107. Now it's 75. I'm giving you the deal of a lifetime here. You tell me another person who, out of the kindness of their heart, is just going to lower something that you have to pay by like 130, 40 bucks out of nowhere. When you have a electric bill, does the electric company call you and say, hey, bub, guess what? Today, we're taking $130 off your electric bill just like that because we feel like it. How about you go to the gas station, you pull out the gas, you put it into your gas, you start filling your gas, and all of a sudden it says, this fill-up's free, it's on us, bro. Does that ever happen? Did you ever go to a restaurant and sit down and eat some delicious steak with all the fixings, the sides? Oh, man, amazing roasted carrots and mashed potatoes. Oh, my God, look at this mac and cheese. And you finish, and then they hand you the bill, and the bill says, free. Did that ever happen? Well, it happened on Kick today on DSPGaming Reel. So let's get it going. Let's get some subs on Kick. Let's go. Come on. Beesbot says the gas stations don't confiscate the gas out of the car and then force us to pay to get it back. Shut your face. That didn't happen. I don't know what you're talking about. Be quiet. All right, that's pretty funny. Anyway. Will we get any support on Kick today? No, I mean it like some days we get tons of support and some days we get like nothing. And I think that's the problem. Listen, if we got consistent support on Kick, I probably would give you back the text messages. But I'll give you a case in point. Yesterday, I'm not kidding, I think we got like 2 subs all day. and maybe a few kicks, and that was it. Like, it's like feast or famine. Some days someone will come by and drop a bomb. It's like, holy shit. And then other days we get nothing at all. But you guys are still there watching. On YouTube, I can tell you this, it's consistent support all the time. Every day we're getting super chats, we're getting memberships, and we're getting tips from the YouTube audience. So, to be very frank with you, yeah, if it was more consistent, if it was more steady, I probably wouldn't have an issue giving you guys the text messages back. But I need some support from over there. You understand? So let's go. Let's get some support on Kick, and we'll see how it goes. If we hit 75 subs by the end of today, you can have the text messages back. All right, let's go. Let's start that rally. Let's get it going right now. All right, we actually have support to shout out from the YouTube side. First of all, Tight Night Slab did a £2 super chat and said, hey, Phil, it's good to be here today. It is good to have you here today, Tight Night. Welcome to the stream. And I hope that you're ready to chill with Phil. Thank you so much. Gray Rat dropped a 5-member bomb on the channel. Oh, wait a minute. Now, this is weird. Oh, I see. So their name was Gray Rat, but I guess their YouTube channel is @FluffiestRat. And that's what happened. It's a little weird because YouTube displays it differently, so I get confused sometimes. But it was, I guess I'll just say Gray Rat because that's what popped up for me. Or should I do Fluffiest? I guess it doesn't really matter. Thank you, whatever your name is, Rat, for 5 gifted memberships on the community. That's awesome of you. Here, I'll do Fluffiest Rat. That is $15 of support this morning. Thank you so much. So now we are at 24 of support so far. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much, so much. All righty. I don't know why I'm saying things double. Okay, someone took $2. I asked about a Pokemon DLC trailer today, just reminding you about it. What is the name of it? Could someone tell me what is the name of this Pokemon DLC? Because I'll look it up and maybe we can watch it and react to it later. I don't know what it's called. Maybe I could just search for Pokemon DLC trailer. What? Why are there like 17 videos on this page? I don't know which one is the right one. We'll have to look at it together because there's like, I'm not even kidding, there's like 10 videos they put up and I don't know why. It looks pretty stupid the way they did it. And some of these might be the same video 2-3 times too because they're the same length. Why did they re-upload the same video multiple times? We'll figure it out. All right, it's this Mega Dimension, right? Okay, I'll leave that open then, and we'll look at that later. Thanks for a $2 tip. I think my volume might be too low. Hold on one second. I don't know. I like to be able to hear the pop-ups when you guys contribute because that way I know to shout them out when I hear them. And it would sound a little low, but I guess we'll see. Jade, we will see. I think the T-Rex is still in the party right now. I'm not sure. He says, can we try Deadly Alliance tonight for the Mortal Kombat stream? The Deadly Alliance port, for the record, is like the Game Boy Advance port. It's not the PS2 game that everyone played back in the day. It's like a really bad handheld port. I'm not against trying it, but just so you know, it's going to look and play like ass. It's going to be pretty bad. So, Bambino, thank you for a $2 super chat. All right. Okay, so let's start by recapping everything that we did this week quickly. What we beat, what we stopped playing, and what will be coming up as new playthroughs so you know what's coming up next week. I just want to make this abundantly clear how next week will work, so that way people are here at the right time for the right stuff. Brandon, thank you. Did you just become a new member? Indeed, you did. Thank you, Brandon, for the membership. I appreciate that. Let's count that as well. Very nice. Thank you, Brandon. Keep in mind, today is Pokemon Day. And that means that when we play Pokemon Legends ZA for a $20 contribution, you can permanently name a Pokemon, whatever you want to name them, as long as it's not offensive. And that Pokemon will come into my party for today's stream and be part of the party and combat for the day. All right? So that's a $20 contribution. You get that. You become part of the playthrough permanently by naming that Pokemon and seeing that Pokemon used during the gameplay segment of today's stream. So there you go. I love that. Look at that. I love that. Okay. So, how did this week go? Let's take a look at all of my current playthroughs, okay? And how things are going on DSPGaming, shall we? So, This week, Super Mario Galaxy 2 is still on hiatus. And I just want to make this abundantly clear. I am going to play Super Mario Galaxy 2 again. This is not a game that is not going to continue, that is indefinitely suspended and will not come back. I love it. I bought it on Switch 2. I'm having a great time with the playthrough. Hell, I'm even wearing the Mario hat as I play it. But we have to wait until there's a lull in releases for us to go back to it. It is an older game. All right, this is more of a legacy run for me. I've never played the game before, but the game is older as opposed to me tackling all of the newer releases that are out, particularly during a fall gaming season. It always will be the new games that will always take priority, as opposed to, playing retro re-releases and stuff like that. It's a great game. I can't wait to jump back in, but right now it's still on hiatus. Okay. Horror games. Well, I was thinking this week of possibly bringing back some horror games into the rotation. Okay. That didn't really happen. And the reason being is because we were busy with everything else that I was doing. We were juggling quite a lot of things at once. And therefore, you didn't really see any indie horror style stuff this week. There still may be some indie horror stuff moving forward. It just didn't happen this week. Okay. Ninja Gaiden 4. We decided to not continue that playthrough. And the reason being, there's really two reasons why. Reason number one, I already played Ninja Gaiden 2 Black earlier in the year, and that playthrough did okay. It wasn't the best, but also wasn't the worst, but it was a fun way to jump back into Ninja Gaiden after I hadn't played it in many years. But this game, Ninja Gaiden 4, really feels like the same game with one new mechanic, the whole super armor mechanic. Outside of that, it's almost identical. The weapons play the same. The combat plays the same. It's so similar to the flowing combat style of the previous game. I feel like I'm playing the same game a second time within 6 months. In addition, the audience engagement and support fell off. After only like 8 parts, people stopped showing up, stopped engaging, and stopped supporting the playthrough. They were bored. So I was going to play it again this week, but I decided against it. I said, we've got so much going on right now. There's no reason to even do a stream of this game. People would rather see me do anything else. And for the record, the night we were supposed to do Ninja Gaiden 4, instead I did a Chill with Phil 2-hour stream, and I made over $200. We determined what the next DSP tries it was going to be. We determined what the next game was going to be played, and we figured out ideas for the upcoming marathon. So it ended up being one of the best, most fun, interactive, productive nights, and we didn't have to waste time on a game no one wanted to see. You very well may love Ninja Gaiden 4, and more power to you. I don't really have much negative to say about it. It's just that I feel like I just played it. I do. So I don't really want to replay it again, and you guys apparently didn't want to see it because you didn't show up for it, okay? Jade says, I like Ninja Gaiden, but I like Ryu Hayabusa, not the new guy. Apparently, from what people were saying, if you play to the end, at the very end of the game, you get to play as Ryu again, but how long are you going to play? I mean, we were like, 12 hours in or something like that? And the game also was getting very samey, very repetitive. The stages were too long, and I was like, I'm bored. What are you going to do? It was a Game Pass game. No harm, no foul, right? Okay. Tormented Souls 2. I'm glad that last night we got to start playing it again. I'm sad that we didn't get to play it the 2 nights I wanted to. That was because extenuating circumstances. There was a night when I thought that I could get a refill of a medication very easily from my healthcare provider. Instead, they turned it into an hour and a half of my wasted time, which cut into my stream. It forced me to miss half of the stream, so we didn't do that Tormented Souls 2 stream. We did do it last night. It went well. It was good gameplay, good advancement. I am liking the playthrough. I hope you'll check it out. It is classic survival horror in the vein of Resident Evil 1, 2, 3, or Silent Hill 1, 2, and 3. So please give it a look, okay? That will continue a heck of a lot more next week. Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. We had some great advancement in this week. We finished Mortal Kombat Trilogy, which was very difficult. We tried Mortal Kombat 4 and confirmed it's just as bad as it always ever was. It runs horribly. It looks bad. It plays bad. It's a piece of dog shit. It was back then. It still is now. It's laughably bad, and I didn't even continue to play. I played like 40 minutes. I was like, I don't want to play this anymore. This game sucks. Okay. Yesterday, we returned to the collection, and we checked out Mortal Kombat Mythologies Sub-Zero. This was the spin-off game from the PS1 era that tried to take Mortal Kombat as a fighting game franchise and turn it into an action platformer. They failed. The game controls horribly, plays horribly, is insanely frustrating, way unbalanced, a bunch of crap, honestly. It really is. But it is one of those situations where the game is so bad, it's good. The game is literally so frustrating, such a pain in the ass, because you got enemies that react to what you do and knock you off ledges for instant deaths. You've got insanely cheap, platforming. You've got wonky controls that actually have bad input delay. Bosses that you literally can't hit unless you jab them in the rocky nuts. I'm not kidding. You run up and you literally do like speed bag on his rock balls to beat him. That's the only way you can hurt him. Yeah, it's bad. Okay, make no bones about it. It's a bad game, but it's entertaining the audience. I'm laughing at how bad it is, and because this collection has the ability to save and then resume instantly, you can get past the most difficult parts of the game that normally would take you 400 retries and just waste your time. So it's funny when they make a collection like this. Having the ability to save and resume literally makes old games that used to suck viable again. Actually, for posterity purposes, one of the worst games ever made can now be accessible to a modern audience. So, even though this collection is full of bugs and problems, it seems like it actually does have a pretty good purpose in that regard. And I'm enjoying playing it. I don't know if people want to see me go back to it or not after 3.5 hours of it yesterday, but we'll find out tonight. And then, last but certainly not least to be talked about in the rotation, we had the conclusion of Hollow Knight Silksong. All right? Hollow Knight Silksong. What a game. I really don't want to say too much about it because I already gave my thoughts on the game a couple days ago on this very show. But man, super great playthrough, right? Very challenging, but very fun. And I'm so happy that I was able to dedicate 2 months, over 60 hours of gameplay to this game. I'm so happy that people showed up, engaged, and supported the playthrough. Because if it weren't for the people showing up, engaging, and supporting, I never would have been able to play a Metroidvania at that extent. And, actually going into the secret Act 3, doing all the insanely challenging optional stuff. Again, a lot of streamers, they wanted to play the game because it was mainstream popular, everyone was hyping it, but they just played through Act 2 and then they quit. I actually went the extra mile and did all of the content of the game, every secret boss beaten. And at the end, I decided to not use the crutch of using a bunch of tools like the cog flies. Instead, I just beat the final boss like literally head up without using it. I just wanted it to be a straight up duel, so I did. And I think a lot of people appreciated that and are enjoying the end of my playthrough. So, I hope you'll enjoy the conclusion. If you didn't see it yet, man, it was an epic conclusion. And number one, if there are DLCs for Silksong, yes, I'll check them out. And number two, will I play Hollow Knight 1? Yes, just not now. Playing Hollow Knight 1 right now would be the worst mistake I could make, because if I play it now, I'm oversaturating. I would basically be doing way too much too soon. Same thing as if I play 2 Mario games back to back. If I were to play 2 brand new fighting games back to back, it's too much of the same. The interest would wane and people would get tired of it. So that's why I'm going to give it a big break. We will probably return to the world of Hollow Knight sometime in 2026 when there is downtime, when we're looking for a game to fill a gap. That's probably what we will go to. Okay. And now the big question I'm being asked right now, how is my Silksong callus? Well, it hurts. It's still there. You can see the bump on my thumb. Do you see that bump? That's the callus right here. That's it. And it hurts. It's hard skin. And whenever I played Silksong, this would get swollen and red, inflamed. Okay. Right now, it's fine because I haven't played Silksong in several days. And now it probably will begin the healing process. So what I do is every night, I wrap my thumb. And first of all, I completely soak and saturate my thumb with healing balms, rare oils, okay? Incense even. I just completely saturate the thumb with this healing concoction that I got from the Far East, okay? Then I take a bandage and I completely wrap my thumb at night with this wrap, this mummy wrap style. Okay. Then I hang my arm on a sling and I just let it just go completely limp like this and I let it heal overnight. So it's going to take several months for this thumb to heal. Okay. But I think I will be able to eventually get it to recover. And then we'll probably take on original Hollow Knight. But it might take like 6-7 months of recovery for this thumb to recover. I mean, that was an intense journey that the game took me for. And I'm glad that it's over. It was a great journey. It was worth it. I felt like it really was an earned victory at the end of the day. But the war wounds are there. I mean, you can't deny it. You can see the lump on the thumb. Just to compare, this thumb doesn't have the lump and this thumb does. So there you go. How dare you call me a baby? Completely unacceptable behavior. 5 demerits. Over there on the kick chat. 5 demerits. To you. How dare you? You didn't go through what I went through. Did you just beat Silk Song? So that's what's going on currently with playthroughs. But here's the thing. Now, Silk Song's out of the rotation, and Ninja Gaiden 4 is out of the rotation. So if you take a look at the current games that I am playing, that leaves Pokemon Legends ZA, Tormented Souls 2, Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection, and our weekly session of American Truck Simulator, which I didn't bring up because I think everyone knows Truck Sim has been going well every single week when I play this. You know, I have a few drinks. We have fun interacting. It's a fun, chill time. People still love it. I'm being told there's apparently a new DLC in the works that's going to add Canada to it. That'll be fun. So as long as people keep showing up, engaging, and supporting with Truck Sim, we'll keep doing it once a week, and you guys keep doing it. So let's go. Let's keep that in the rotation, right? The challenge right now, can Truck Sim stay in the rotation till 2026? Will we have another 7 weeks where people keep showing up, engaging, and supporting Truck Sim? I guess we'll find out, but so far, so good, right? So there you go. Okay. So what we needed was a new game for the rotation this week, and we talked about it, and we decided on the Outer Worlds 2 that this playthrough will begin on Sunday as the daytime stream. Now, to be clear, the Outer Worlds 2 is not confirmed to be a lock for a full playthrough. It's a Game Pass game. I played Outer Worlds 1. I liked certain things about it, and I disliked certain things about it. It actually started off really good, but it became more of a repetitive slog later on when the combat became so repetitive and just kind of like almost a second thought because it was so easy. So I'm very curious what's going to happen. Will this game work well, or will it not? Will it be an awesome playthrough where we hang out and we have a great time engaging, or will we be bored? Let's find out on Sunday. We're going to give it a go. First stream ever of Outer Worlds 2 this Sunday, daytime stream after the podcast. Okay? Now, also, we have another new game hitting the lineup next week, and this is a big one. This is a doozy. This is one that everyone's been waiting for a long time, including me. Call of Duty Black Ops 7 releases 1 week from today. Exactly 1 week, okay? Now, originally, I was not sold when they said Black Ops 7. I was like, are you kidding? Like, first it's like Modern Warfare 2 and then 3. Then it's Black Ops 6 and then 7. Like, they're not even trying to alternate. And then I heard they're bringing back the wall jumping and stuff. I was like, oh no, it's going to be like that year where everyone was double jumping, wall running, aerial shooting, and it was awful. Do you remember that Call of Duty year? It was fucking terrible. Like, it really was just not a good time for Call of Duty, right? Well, I played the beta, and I'm happy to report that I actually did enjoy the Black Ops 7 beta. It has some wild guns. There's a sniper rifle that has 3 different barrels that fire at the same time. That sounds really stupid because it is, but it just melts opponents. And then when you do melee, you actually have the ability to go predator mode and go invisible and do these crazy kill streaks and things. So definitely, I think I'm going to have fun with Call of Duty, unlocking everything, doing different builds, like always. You know, we'll have challenge nights where people will challenge me to get a certain amount of kills a certain way, and I'll try to do it. You know, all the good stuff. So that starts a week from today. And FYI, this year, there is no early access at all. There is absolutely no way for you to play it early. Like, everyone gets it at the same time. That's like unprecedented. They used to be like, well, if you pay $75 extra, you can play it 3 days early. If you pay $20 extra, you can play it 1 day early. If you personally take the game devs out to dinner, you can play it maybe a half an hour early. You know, it was stupid how the way that they used to do it. Well, now everyone gets it Friday. Okay? So this means two things. It means that Wings of Redemption is going to get a big resurgence on his channel. Finally, people are going to start checking him out, and he's going to get a lot of attention on his content again. Maybe. I guess we'll see. I think he's kind of banking on it. But also, it means that I will be having fun FPS multiplayer in the rotation once again in 1 week's time. Now, I will be playing Call of... What are you laughing at? I was being serious about Wings. People are being jerks in chat. They're laughing. They're saying, ha, ha, ha. Yeah, right. Listen, he's actually good at Call of Duty. I don't know if you know that. He actually is good at the game, and people do actually tune in to watch him play the game. Like, that's his forte. Like, he's actually said many times, I've probably made $1 million over the years just playing Call of Duty. He's probably right. He probably made $1 million just on that one game, because that's what people actually will tune in to watch him play. So there you go. I'm trying to be nice. Like, I mean, just being honest. A lot of people are dicks to the guy, but no, like, I think he will actually do well at the game, and it, you know, be a good one for him. Anyway, so on release day next week, okay, I'll be playing Call of Duty all day long. I'll be on keyboard and mouse, and I'll be trying it out. I'll be essentially that first day. The goal is simple: unlock as much as humanly possible. Try to get as many of the weapons, the builds, and everything unlocked, so that way when I go back to it, now I have options. Because that first day you don't have options. You have your default loadouts, then you start doing custom loadouts, but you get limited weapons and attachments. You really got to work hard to try to unlock everything, right? So I want to try to unlock as much as I possibly can, so that I can get a good stream of it in that next week. So it'll be a release day. It'll be a fun day, a marathon of Call of Duty all day long on both streams. I hope you'll join me for, I don't know, what should we call it? Black Ops Madness or something? What should we call next Friday? I don't know. But it's going to be a crazy release day, that's for sure. All right? So next week, we're going to have a good balance. It's going to be Outer Worlds premiering on Sunday. And I just clicked completely the wrong thing. Here we go. It's going to be Outer Worlds on Sunday, paired with Tormented Souls 2 on the late stream. Then on Monday, we're going to do Pokemon and American Truck Sim. Tuesday will be more Outer Worlds 2 and the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. And of course, Wednesday, Thursday will be a balance of everything. And then Friday is Black Ops 7 all day long. Okay? Cool. How dare you? No, I'm not saying that, Covenant Cloak. That's disgusting. How dare you say that? Okay. Yeah. Max Power says, I remember the original Call of Duties were based on the real world wars. Yeah, I know. Remember that? When they were based on like World War II, and then there was World at War, and these were about historical wars that happened. Yeah, not anymore. Now it's just a bunch of bullshit. So, anyway. Okay. So that is what is in store for all of you in the next week. Also, the next DSP Tries It is already scheduled. When we hit 10 goals of support, it'll be DSP Tries It Thai food for the very first time. I have never actually done a DSP Tries It on Thai food, which I didn't realize. So we're going to order and we're going to have Thai food. It's going to be great. Thai food is very, it's diverse. They do noodles of different kinds. They do rice dishes. They do curries. They do fish. They do spicy. They do peanuts. They do veggie. They do a whole lot of stuff. So I'm excited to try Thai food for DSP Tries It. And I'm hungry for it. So let's get some support rolling this morning. Let's get that goal hit. Let's get going. Let's get the momentum for DSP Tries It Thai food. By the way, I noticed there's still been absolutely no kick support this morning. 0. No subs and no kicks. I rest my case. Okay. All right, folks. So, I would like to talk about GTA 6. Are you ready for this? So, let's just do it. Let's jump right into it. All right? Let's get it out of the way so that way we can just chill for the rest of the show, right? Ryan says, the Jollibee DSP Tries It yesterday was awesome. I agree. One of the best episodes of DSP Tries It all year. Jollibee once again delivered. It was absolutely outstanding food. Best burger I have eaten in 2025, I ate yesterday. It was so good. I'm actually craving it again, but I don't eat red meat often, nor do I eat burgers often. So I probably won't have another one of those for another half a year. Seriously. Just sucks. I love it. That burger's amazing, but my age, I can't be eating that stuff all the time. So it is what it is. I splurged. Now I got to be healthy. All right. What's up, TX Shooter? How you doing, man? Good to see you this morning. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Grand Theft Auto 6 has been delayed yet again. This is what, the second, third delay? I lost count at some point, but the truth is, at this point, until we see a lot of gameplay, a lot of promotional materials and marketing, you know what I'm saying? Until we have to see that blitz of it's ready, I'll never believe that this game is about to come out. And we haven't seen that at all. Are you aware the trailer for GTA6 came out 2 years ago? I know. Does it feel like 2 years? But it's been 2 years since the trailer for GTA6 came out. And everyone's kind of like, oh, it's about to come out. No, it's not. This game has been in development for so long, and I doubt that it's ready. I bet that there's problems. I bet that there's all kinds of things with the game that they still haven't even decided to finish it. You know what I mean? You would be seeing gameplay, demos, videos. They'd be pushing it. You know what I'm saying? They're not doing anything. So you know it's not ready. They said this year. There was no way it was coming out this year. Then they said May of 2026. And I'll be honest, I was skeptical because what major, huge game ever comes out in May? Right? There's games that come out in May, don't get me wrong. But when was the last time a huge, hyped AAA game, 12 years of development, biggest game of the decade, when was the last time it came out in the middle of May? I'm just saying. Usually a game like this, of this stature, it would come out in the fall. 100%. Because they want that game to be the dominating game, and they feel like if it comes out in the fall, you're going to get those holiday sales on top of the already record-breaking sales it'll probably get upon its new release. So I didn't really think it would come out in May, but hey, miracles happen, I guess. But now it's been delayed again until November of 2026. So, first thing I'd like to do is give you my take on this, how I feel this affects the games industry, and then I want to talk about some behind-the-scenes information that has actually leaked regarding what is going on with this game and why the delay might have actually happened, because it's not anything to do with the actual real development of the game, okay? By the way, Jimmy Donaldson, thanks for a $2 super chat. I have no idea what that podcast is, never heard of it. Thank you for $2. Okay. So, first of all, what does this delay mean? In regards to the game, probably absolutely nothing. Do I think that a 6-month delay is going to actually make the game better? I mean, it could. It could mean there's more time for polish, there's more time for tweaking, but 6 months is not enough time for an overhaul. It's not really a significant amount of time to add anything new or significant. You would need years to do that. A year delay, okay, they're serious about this. 6 months delay, it feels more like an arbitrary delay, especially because it's exactly 6 months, right? May to November, let's just arbitrarily bump this back half a year to see if it gives us extra time. You see what I mean? As opposed to if it were like longer, I'd say, oh, they actually have more work to do, So I feel like it's just an arbitrary bump. I mean, hopefully it will have time to improve the game more. That would be great. Now, what does it mean for the games industry? Honestly, the repercussions are actually huge. What we're going to do is we're going to assume GTA 6 actually does come out in November 2026. We're not going to assume another delay. Now, there could be another delay. Let's just assume it does come out in November, okay? I want you to think about this. GTA 6 will literally be the biggest release in a big time, in a huge time, like a decade probably, right? In a decade where Call of Duty dominated every year, I would argue I think GTA 6 will beat it. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think GTA 6 will beat Call of Duty in sales. Okay? So think about this. This year, all the game devs wanted to stay away from the release of Black Ops 7. If you take a look at next Friday, there's like no games coming out all around it. There were some releases this week. There's some releases at the end of the month into early December, but for the most part, everyone wanted to stay away from Call of Duty. They just wanted that game to get its time, to not have their sales hurt by the release of Black Ops 7. Okay? They didn't want to be overshadowed. For the first time ever, I want you to think about this. They might actually have to bump their release date in favor of GTA 6. Like Call of Duty might actually look at this release of GTA 6 in November and be like, oh shit, we don't want to release the same week as Call of Duty. We don't want to release 2 weeks we don't want to release a week from GTA, 2 weeks from GTA. We want to be removed from GTA and be our own thing. They might actually change their release plans. Now, they haven't announced their release plans yet, but I mean, November 14th this year is Black Ops 7. That's about a year. In a year, that's when GTA 6 is coming out. You see what I'm saying? So they might actually say, oh man. But the other thing is, this might affect the rest of the game industry. All right? Historically, the games industry tries to backload the year with games. Why do so many game studios, developers, why do they try to publish their games in the fall? All right? It's very simple. They think that if a game releases in the fourth quarter, they're going to get inflated sales because people will want to buy their game as a Christmas present. Okay? Now, to some extent, this has been an actual factual practice that has happened. There are games that will come out in, say, September. They sell pretty decently, but then word of mouth hits, oh, this game's pretty good, and that game gets legs, and next thing you know, everyone wants this game for Christmas. Then when the game comes out for Christmas, there's not only a sales boost, but sometimes there's a player user boost. Like if it's a multiplayer game, all of a sudden you'll see the player base will increase massively Christmas week because everyone got it for Christmas, okay? So I'm not saying that this doesn't happen or hasn't happened, okay? That's all I'm saying, okay? Now, what about the modern era of gaming? I want you to think about this. Today, when you get a video game, do you get a physical copy of the game under your Christmas tree? Do your friends or relatives come to your house with a wrapped game box and hand it to you as a present on Christmas? Probably not. Today, if you're going to get a video game, you either buy it digitally for yourself with your own money, or someone gives you credits for an online network, whether it's the PlayStation Network, a Steam card, Xbox, Live, Switch store, Nintendo Online store, whatever it is. You use digital credits and you buy the game and you download it. Correct? So here's the weird thing. Even though we like to pretend like times don't change, times change. Physical copy sales are decreasing at an increased rate every year, and it's becoming exponential growth in the decrease of sales. Meaning, within a few years, I would give it 5 more years. Okay? I would say within 5 more years, physical sales will be almost non-existent. There probably won't even be much of a physical placeholder in any store for gaming. It's going to be all online. Okay? And really, the only way you'll be able to get a physical copy of a game is if you pay extra for the collector's edition or the special edition, the one where you actually invest in the production of that physical copy. Because right now, the way these game developers, publishers, and everyone is seeing it is, man, all that added cost, all those logistics of getting these box arts and the boxes manufactured and the discs manufactured, just so you buy it, you go home, you put it in your console, and you says, oh, that's not the game. You got to download the game anyway. This was just a placeholder. Basically, your disc is worthless. It doesn't have the game on it. And that's what it is like 9 times out of 10. The digital revolution hit 5-10 years ago, but people want to be deniers of it. Okay? So here's the truth about the hardcore gaming season, all right? This crazy fall gaming season is absolutely still a thing, for sure. But it seems to be a relic of the past, much like E3 was. And what I mean by that is look at E3. At one point, it served a massive purpose. It actually was the focal point where all journalists would go and cover hot new games, get all the information. But once the dawn of the internet hit, once all the information could instantly be spread throughout instantly digitally, what do you need E3 for? You don't. And E3 became defunct. And then digital presentations like Summer Game Fest became more prominent, and E3 ended. The hardcore gaming season used to work because people always bought physical copies of games as presents and gave them on Christmas. But now no one does that anymore. Someone's just going to give you money, or they're going to give you digital credits to go buy what you want on the marketplace. There is no physical increase of sales anymore. Get it? So because of that, I do feel like within a few years, this whole big rush of getting these games out at the end of the year might not happen anymore. Okay? What actually should happen is these game companies should study sales patterns. At what time of the year could we actually have our game hit and it might actually be more pertinent? You know, like a game that's not a Call of Duty or GTA stature might want to find a more open time of the year when there's not a lot of other games coming out and be the one big game of that time of year. Maybe it'll get more of a focus in gaming culture on social media than if they're coming out between two other big games that sandwich it and the game just basically acts like it never existed, just gets eaten up by its competition, right? So here's what I'm getting at. GTA 6, if it does release in November of next year, might actually completely shift the game release landscape. I would predict you will see more games coming out in the summer than ever before. You might have one of the busiest gaming summers because those games are going to want to get out and get noticed before GTA 6 hits and takes all of the steam away. Okay? Or on the flip side of that, you might actually want to see games or see a lot more games come out December and January. After GTA 6 has already hit, it's already been out for a couple weeks, the hype is there, but now people are starting to move on and looking for something else. All right? But I do predict that November, if GTA 6 actually does come out, will be the emptiest gaming month for that time of year in recorded history. I think that all the other companies are going to want to stay the hell away from Grand Theft Auto 6 because they know everyone's going to be playing it, everyone's going to be talking about it. They want nothing to do with it. They don't want their game to be completely eaten up in the gaming vortex of the drama, the hype, and everything, all the hoopla that will be around the release of GTA 6, okay? Including Call of Duty. I think Call of Duty might say, we got to rush out a game in like September, October, or we got to delay till December. We don't want to be near GTA 6. However, to be honest, I think it's all unfounded anyway. Because again, I don't think games are really getting inflated sales because of the Christmas season anymore. I don't see it. I think that that's a fallacy, much like the whole practice of we have to give advanced copies of our games out to games media and influencers. No, you don't. That is an old practice. That's a practice that was necessary in the 1990s and 2000s when people had to get the games early to play through them, review them, and make that review available in a print copy of a magazine that would ship to a store and people could read the review before the game release to know if they wanted to buy it or not. That ended 25 years ago. We don't need that anymore, but the industry still does it, and they don't understand that a lot of the times they're shooting themselves in the foot by doing that practice. The games industry is so early right now that they don't understand that it's evolving at a rapid pace and things need to change. They're just doing these archaic practices. E3 doesn't need to exist. Early copies don't need to go out, and there is no need for a fall busy gaming season because games will not get inflated sales for Christmas anymore because they're all digital now. Okay? So I guess we're going to see what happens with GTA 6 as we get closer to its release date in exactly 1 year. And we will find out if it will actually come out or not in the fall and how that will affect things. All right? Again, I don't believe it till I see a lot of information about the game and promotional materials about it. We have seen literally zip, nothing. That game ain't ready yet. But now, let's cover the other side of the story, because there's always another side to it. Word has hit the internet that there is dissension among the ranks at Rockstar North. That's right. So if you're not aware, Rockstar has all these different divisions, okay? Rockstar North usually was the division that worked heavily on GTA, or at least parts of GTA. And there was a post put up on the internet. People are saying it's been confirmed it's real. It's not some asshole making a story up. This post came internally from an employee at Rockstar. The post said the following. A few days ago, Rockstar HR called about 30 employees from Rockstar North into the HR office. They acted like it was just going to be a routine meeting. The employees sat down and were immediately told, "You're fired." And when asked, "What? Why am I fired?" they were told, "It has been determined that you had gross misconduct regarding our company on a Discord server. Because of this, you are fired, effective immediately." Now, employees that were not there on this day were actually remotely told via a phone call that they were fired, and were told that there is a letter coming in the mail to explain why you're being fired. Apparently, some of these people were on paternity leave, maternity leave. So some people were like on vacation. They didn't care. If they were judged to be part of this 30-person group, they were immediately terminated. Now you might say, whoa, what was going on a Discord server? Holy shit, right? Like, that's pretty crazy. It must have been some heavy stuff, all right? Well, supposedly, according to this leaker, all right, this Discord server housed around 200 accounts, all of which were Rockstar employees, who were looking to form a union, a labor union. They apparently felt like Rockstar was mistreating them through crunch, through deadlines, through not enough pay and compensation, and that they were going to try to form a real union to protect their rights. Now, in the UK, where this is apparently taking place, you need to have 200 people, all of like mind, to sign and form to become a union. And it looked like they had the numbers that they needed to actually do this. So, if the story is to be believed, Rockstar wanted to get ahead of this and said, we're just going to fire the leaders. We're going to find the people who are the rabble rousers, who are trying to lead and urge on these employees to form a union, and we're just going to fire them before they have the chance. And so they got to it, they found the 30 people, and they shit-canned them. Supposedly, there is currently a series of protests going on outside of Rockstar North right now, at least in the last 24 hours, of some of the fired employees and or their supporters, and they are actually protesting outside saying, you can't fire us for trying to form a union. This is highly illegal. And there is all kinds of dissension among the ranks. Supposedly, hundreds of Rockstar employees are refusing to work. They're saying, we are not going to do any work for you right now because of this misbehavior. This is not acceptable behavior. So isn't it funny that all of this is going on right now? And then Rockstar decides to announce a 6-month delay for GTA6. I'm sure it's just an amazing coincidence that, the big game that they've been working on for 12, 13 years has gotten a delay. It has nothing to do with this union thing. No, they just need more time for more polish. I'm sure that's what it is, right? Right. So basically, that's what the word on the internet is. It's not officially been said by Rockstar or anyone else, but the word on the internet is this game actually was going to come out in May and was going to be developed and done, but now they have this labor dispute going on, and since employees are like, we're not going to work, how are they going to finish their game? So they were actually forced to delay it. Now, if you put this into a real perspective, this actually means that this game is in limbo indefinitely until the labor dispute is resolved. And for those who don't know, labor disputes can take a while to resolve. There could be repeated picketing, there could be union, stuff going on, lawsuits out the ass, there could be workplace grievances. This might actually rock Rockstar North for a while. And the question is, do they have enough people not interested in union shit who want to work and crunch and bust their ass to get GTA 6 done by November 2026? Or is this the start of an elongated series of delays because of what's going on? So, I don't know. The only reason I didn't show you the post, because I read the post myself this morning from this employee who basically spilled the tea, is because the post was like this weird format. It was terrible. And it didn't even like for example, when you type, it'll format to be a paragraph. This post was like insanely long run-on sentences across the screen that you had to zoom in on to read. It looked like a bunch of ants on the screen. So it looked like shit. I just wanted to, I paraphrased it for you. That way you don't have to, look it up yourself. But that's basically what's going on right now. And we'll see what happens. Will there be any updates? Will there be any, anything soon? I don't know. Now, here's the thing. Someone's already asking me in chat. Banana Jose says, what's your take on it? It's not really fair to have a take yet because this is all brand new and you don't know what to believe. Is that side of the story truthful? Rockstar has said absolutely nothing. So we have no clue what their side of the story is. Like, this person is claiming the reason these 30 people were terminated is because they were rabble-rousing people trying to get people to form a union. Do we have any confirmation of that? Do we have any evidence of that? What actually went down on this Discord server? Could it have been something different? Could it have been, let's be honest, sexual misconduct? Could it have been other things? Who knows? Could it have been a bunch of employees plotting to try to make money on Rockstar? Maybe, we have assets of Rockstar. We're going to quit the company and give them to competition. Who knows what it was, right? Like, we don't know right now. We're just going off of hearsay. We don't have any evidence of anything, okay? Until we get an official statement from Rockstar or we see real evidence, you can't really say anything. In addition to that, if there really were around 200 Rockstar employees on this server looking to form a union, why did only 30 get fired? Why not the full 200? Why not just cut them all out? If they're all the bad apples that are going to make the rest of the bunch rotten, why not just dump them all? So it's kind of weird that there's only 30 instead of the 200. It's a very confusing situation. Okay? So that's what's going on at Rockstar right now. It's very controversial. Everyone online is, is wondering what's really happening. And we won't know yet. All we have are rumors. Maybe we'll get concrete information soon. Maybe we won't. I don't know. But that's what's going on over there. And that very well could be the reason behind the GTA 6 delay. We don't know yet. Okay. Well, folks, I covered my topics for today. I hope that you enjoyed the show. I'll see you later. Wait a minute. That's not the end of the show. We got to hang out. Let's see what you guys want to talk about. So please tag me in the chat and let's see what you guys want to talk about for the end of the show. We got about 20, 25 minutes to hang out. And now would be a great time, if you like the content, to support it. A super chat, a membership, a sub, some kicks. Hell, maybe even a tip. All of which would be very appreciated here on the show. All right? And I will shout out anything $1 or more in size. Pooping at work. This person's name is Pooping at Work. Did a $2 super chat. We are unionizing for lower goals. Don't fire us. No. Denied. Immediate red stamp. Denial. Thanks for $2. The goals are good. They work. You guys like them. I like them. Let's keep that rolling. Very nice. Did I see trolls are trying to microanalyze push-ups I did on stream? Yeah, I don't care. They microanalyze everything I do. I don't give a shit. Literally, that push-up was in a half area. This is half the space that I would do a normal push-up in. I just literally hit the ground and did 5 quick things. It wasn't even full push-ups because I couldn't fit them. And my legs also were not in the proper position because they were stretched out over there, going over wires and my light tripod. Like they weren't formal push-ups. It was just me quickly trying to see if I could fit them here. And I'm like, yeah, they fit, but you can't really see with the camera, so it doesn't really work. So I don't give a shit. They're morons. Am I looking forward to the release of a Mass Effect series on Amazon? I hope it's good, but I don't know, man. I'm skeptical. A lot of these series, they come out, they suck shit. So I don't know. They might be terrible. I mean, Fallout's good. So at least we have one good show that's a video game show. But I don't know about Mass Effect. We'll have to see. Anti-consumer practices says the delay was actually known internally in October. The statement just came out now, but employees hadn't believed that that release date was going to stick for months. There you go. Okay. So someone tipped me the dollar, says, let's watch the Pokemon trailer. 2 minutes, 43 seconds long. There is no trailer that's 2 minutes, 43 seconds long on the Pokemon channel. There's 2 minutes, 25 seconds and 3 minutes, 34 seconds. That's it. Those are the two. So whatever you're looking at isn't even officially from the real Pokemon channel. What the hell trailer were you looking at? Here, I'll show you. You want to watch? Here, you want to look at it together? Hold on. So there's this one. I didn't watch it. It says I watched it. I haven't watched it. Mega Dimension, visit a strange new something something, and then Mega Dimension, see the latest trailer. But isn't this the trailer? Then what's this? Then what's this? Then what's this? Why are there two videos? Crimson Vigilante, thank you for $5. He says, I've been a fan since Web of Shadows. I haven't watched in years. Good to see you're still at it. MK Mythology's gameplay is hilarious. I agree. I do agree the game is so bad it's good. It's pretty entertaining, right? Here, I'll just click on this. It's awful. It's terrible. Why? We're garbage. What are we watching this for? I'm just kidding. I want to adjust the volume. It's too loud. Okay. Mega Evolution in the Mega Dimension. Oh! Nice earrings. Who's this? A cook? There's a cooking minigame. What the hell? She threw off her coat like she's a Yakuza. What the fuck is she wearing? What was she wearing? Did you see that? What is with the outfits in this Pokemon game? It's the weirdest outfits you've ever seen. What the? Look at these Pokemon. Is that supposed to be like a dream catcher or something? Weird crap. Available for purchase now. It's out right now. Even though the game is only 2 weeks old, this content that obviously was finished before the game was released is being sold for an additional charge right now. How about no? How about I'm not giving you more money for something that should have been in the actual original release? I'm not paying for it. Okay. So what did you guys think of Mega Dimension? Will I buy it if we hit the goal? No. We're going to play through the main game. We're going to beat it and see, after that, it's up to you guys if you want additional content of Pokemon or not. If you like it so much you want to keep it in the rotation, you're willing to show up and engage and support with it, and you want me to do a DLC, then we'll consider it. But let's get through the main game first, right? Let's go. Well, that's what I was supposed to do. I was supposed to make silly faces when reacting to the trailer, right? That's what everyone else does. I figured that's what you're supposed to do. Everyone's thumbnails. Over the trailers, I figure that's what you wanted. That's what everyone says when they react, so I'm just giving you what you asked for. Marky says, it's day one DLC. Emulator people had it during the leak days before the launch of the official game. So, yeah, of course. Of course. I mean, you know that was done. Of course it was. How's the kitty? Jasper is good. Jasper is great. How am I doing today? I'm doing pretty good. It's been a great week with cool weather. I've been able to wear nice, comfy clothes all week long. It's so nice when I'm in here with fresh air coming in, not air conditioning blasting, and I'm enjoying all the games and we're having a good time together. It's been a good week. What are the chances of me playing the Sub-Zero game while wearing his costume? Well, the chances are maybe, during Halloween, maybe next year. I wore that outfit all Halloween. I have no plans on putting back on the Sub-Zero mantle for any reason for a while. I'm not a cosplayer. I'm not a children's entertainer. I'm not a cosplayer. I dress up one day a year. It's called Halloween. That's the day you're supposed to do it. You don't dress up 30 days. You don't dress up 60 days. You don't just dress up for no reason because you're an adult. When you're an adult, you make content for intelligent humans who don't show up to see you play dress up every day. You understand? Oz says, I'm not going to be a Pokemon defender, but ZA was delayed a year due to the Switch 2 delay. I think it could have been in the base game, but at least it's not cut content. What you're saying is you actually do believe maybe it was real DLC that they developed after, but because the game was delayed, it just so happens that they had it sitting around done by the time that the game finally released. All right, fair enough. Fair enough. You see, this is why there's two sides to every single story, and that's why when I'm hearing this story about Rockstar and the firings and everything, I don't want to just believe one side. I want to hear different perspectives. That's a completely fair, different perspective on the Pokemon DLC situation. Will I add a heart rate monitor during chill streams so that we can see how chill I am? No. Do I think it's weird that Twitch keeps unbanning women sexual assaulters? If the roles were reversed, men would be banned forever. No, it's not weird because Twitch is ultra leftist liberal, and so they will do things like that, and then they will treat men unfairly while they treat women completely biased ways. Why am I scared to show Jasper? No, I'm not scared to show Jasper. He was just on the stream the other day. He was jumping on the chair and playing. Just that today is a day that my wife is home, and he spends time with her on those days. I don't have the door open on days when my wife is home. Did I ever play GTA Online? No. Well, yes, I did. A couple times. I played it when it was brand new and it barely worked. So then I came back to it in a few days and I played it again and it worked and was incredibly boring. And then I came back to it again when the heists released and that was okay. And I never played it ever again. So did I actually play GTA Online to any kind of an extent, like any kind of a time period or length? No. What is the incentive for international viewers when it comes to DSP Tries It? Because we almost don't ever have the restaurants that you have access to. No. It's not my job to provide incentive to every single viewer. I have to at least do something that's going to canvas the majority of my viewers. First of all, about 58% of my viewers are American, and then another chunk are UK, and another chunk are Canada, and that's almost like 70%. So between those people, as long as I'm doing things that cover most of them, that's fine. You understand? There's no way that I could cater to every person around the world. It's impossible. We all live in different places. We have different cultures, different things. There's no way that could even be feasible. It would never happen. You understand? But what I'm doing is usually covering things that most people have access to, especially if it's fast foody and stuff like that. When did I become anti-Jasper? No, I never became anti-Jasper. I love Jasper Kitty. Do I feel like time goes by faster now that I'm older, or did I notice a slowdown? It depends. Like, for example, time always flies when you're having a good time. Seriously, like this time of year, when there's tons of games, when it's cooler weather, when it's the holiday season, this time of the year tends to fly by for me. The times of the year that I don't like as much, like the heat of summer, and there's not as many good releases and things like that, that shit always seems like it lasts forever. All right? But admittedly, when you're younger, time seems to pass more slowly. And I'm sure there's probably a reason for that. But, when you don't have the means to do things that you want to do, and you're stuck doing things you don't want to do because you don't have money or time or resources, time seems to tend to pass more slowly. Like, when I was a kid, Whenever I went to the video arcade and I was loving the time I had there, I blinked and the time was over, time to go home. But when it was time to do chores, when it was time to study for a test, right? Fuck, that lasts forever, right? That's just how it is. Time flies when you're having fun. So right now, the holiday season essentially just started with the end of Halloween. Now we start planning for Thanksgiving. We start going to Christmas mode. This is the best time of the year. I love this time of the year. And this will be gone super quick. And the next thing you know, it'll be the dog days of summer. And it sucks. It's hot as shit and it's fucking boring. Have I ever had any exotic pets? No. I've had hamsters, rabbits, hamsters, and a cat. Those are the pets that I have had. What about a gift card giveaway? No, because only one person gets a gift card. When I make a piece of content like a video or a special stream or, that's content that everyone can watch and enjoy. As opposed to if I give away something that's tangible or I give away credits, only one person receives that. Plus, to be honest, I don't like the idea of like a contest giveaway that feels like you're gambling to try to get a chance to do something. I don't like that at all. So, no. Jade, you're going to a convention? Cool. Will you be back by Sunday? Because tomorrow I'm off. Will you be back by Sunday or will we not see you for a few days? How do you build an international audience? Do you participate in international tournaments? Well, number one, put your content on a format or a platform that has an international viewer base. So, for example, YouTube, the videos can be seen all over the world. Okay? That's number one. Number two, be as insensitive and insulting to everyone from all over the planet equally. That way, everyone is equally offended by what you say and do. And then they're all angry at you and will tune in. Would I consider doing a co-op playthrough of Little Nightmares 3 with your wife with the chat turned off? No, I'm not interested in that, and neither is she. What kind of cat food do we feed Jasper? The stuff on TV, Smalls? No, I never heard of that. No, we, after many years of Jasper having some on and off urinary problems, we went to a vet, and the vet told us a particular kind of cat food to give him that's for urinary problems. And we give him that cat food, and no exaggeration, since he started eating this cat food about 2 years ago, maybe 2 years ago now, I don't know the exact timing, he literally has not had a problem at all with his urinary tract again. So it works. The stuff legit actually works, and he's in perfect health now, which is amazing. So, is that Jasper behind me? Behind me? This guy? No, this isn't Jasper. This is the Thanksgiving gobbler. Yeah, this is definitely not Jasper Kitty. You notice the difference. He would be meowing, not gobbling like this. Someone tipped $2 about this Fallen State TV podcast. I don't know anything about it. It's not your place to be asking. If someone runs a podcast and is interested in having me as a guest, they need to reach out to me via the official methods. I have an email. I have a X account. There's ways you can easily reach out to me to talk about, opportunities. I don't know why you would be pushing it. It's not your business if it's not your podcast, so you should probably shut up about it. Someone took the buck says, are you aware people are making Sora AI videos of you? People have been making AI videos of me for years. And not much you can really do about it besides just ignore it and go on your merry way. I don't give a shit what people do, these weirdo fucks. People print out, full body bed pillows of me. People have made puppets of me. People are fucking weird fucks. They're obsessed with me. They really are. They're just weirdo shitbags, and I can't stop them from being weirdo obsessed shitbags, so they do what they want to do. This one's close. Oh, boy, I just completely garbled that one. This convention is close to where you live, Jade. That's cool. Have a good time. I'll see you when you come back. Whenever you get back, I'm not here tomorrow anyway. Maybe I'll see you Sunday or Monday, right? No, Big Mac, it is not flattering that so many people are obsessed with me. It's disgusting. It's disturbing. It's disgusting. Quite frankly, it's deviant behavior. And all these people should seek medical attention immediately. They should immediately just start blabbing their guts to it like a psychiatrist or something. Because I want nothing to do with it. Absolutely revolting. That's right. They're degenerate deviants, and they need to be dealt with appropriately. For the record, Cobra, thank you for the kicks you've been sending, but you're not sending them in 100, so I can't count it towards the stream. If you do 100 or more, that's $1, and then I could count it towards the leaderboard and everything. Because I know you've been sending kicks, but you haven't done 100 in one go yet. You've been doing like 10, then 50, and I can't count those. Okay? So I'd love if you could do 100 so I could count it. Yes, I played City of Heroes. That was one of the first MMOs. I played EverQuest, then I played World of Warcraft, then I played City of Heroes. There you go. Cobra did 100 kicks. Thank you, Cobra. Now I can actually do a nice animation for you. Thank you, Cobra. And let's get you on the leaderboard as well. What is it? Cobra 17000. Thank you for the 100 kicks. Maybe you just didn't know that. 100 or more, I can shout out and add to the leaderboard and play an animation, okay? Would I play Counter-Strike with a controller? No. It's a PC game, best played with keyboard and mouse. I would not do that. Someone tipped $2 says, if that podcast reaches out to you, would you be interested? I don't know anything about them. Literally, this morning is the first time anyone's ever mentioned them to me. I've never heard of it. I can't answer the question. If someone were to reach out to me to be on a podcast, the first thing I do is I bring up their YouTube channel or whatever format they use for their podcast, and I see if it's something I'm interested in. Maybe I skim through the content on that channel to see what it is, you know? But I don't, again, why are you don't work for the podcast, so why are you asking me? If there's interest there, the podcast must contact me, and then I'll look into it. It's that simple. No, I can't play World of Warcraft on the channel because Warcraft has no protections against trolling. The 2 times I attempted to play it went miserably. The first time, literally, my troll showed up and griefed the starter area. Therefore, I couldn't even complete the tutorial quests. So I couldn't even advance the game and leave the intro area because they kept killing the mobs you needed to kill for the quest. So I couldn't even make progress. Then the second time, they literally followed me around with insanely insulting names and saying things in the chat that were disgusting, like doxing, racist stuff, personal insults. And so the entire server was like infested with just scumbags. So it just, I couldn't play. It was like unplayable. And no one does anything. You report them. No one shows up. So there's no point. Yeah, it sucks. I know. It is what it is. There's certain things as a creator, when you have a trolling base like I do, that you just can't do. And one of those things is you just can't really do multiplayer without protections. So like I can play Call of Duty as long as it has streamer mode. You know what I mean? But I'm not free to just do open multiplayer because people will troll. I can't do like party lobbies with fans or viewers. They always troll it. And you can't do games where there's that kind of griefing. They will always take advantage of it. So what I do is I purposefully don't do those things. So that way I don't give them an opportunity to make the kind of garbage content that they want to make. And then instead, I do things that will benefit and or work for my viewers. And that's what I focus on. Good morning, Grade Zero. How you doing, man? I'm having a good day. Thanks. It says your stream is YouTube featured. I have no idea what that means. I have no clue what that means. Where does you see that? It says my stream is YouTube featured. I don't see that. I'm looking at the stream right now. I don't see it. So the homepage, I was scrolling. I saw the stream. It says it under it. Oh, I'm on the stream right now watching it, and it doesn't say it. So I don't know. Yeah. Maybe it's YouTube featuring it for you based on your viewership history. Because remember, YouTube has all these algorithms running, and it looks at your view history, and maybe if you've watched my content, then it says, oh, here's a featured stream you might want to check out because you've watched it before. That could be what it is. Neil Smith says, I think a retro show with the chat sharing gaming memories would work well. Maybe we will. Maybe one day we'll do a special retro stream where we talk all about gaming back in the day, what it was like. We could share stories and memories of our earliest game consoles and things like that. I could play some retro games. I'd be down for that. Really, I would. Like, I think that would be a nice, relaxing, chill-themed stream that we could do sometime. For sure. Another $2 tip from this guy. The Fallen State TV podcast is an interview format by Jesse Lee Peterson. Takes about an hour over Zoom. You can promote your channel. I have them reach out to you about what? An interview about what? What do they cover? What are their topics? What kind of content is it? Is it politics? Is it gaming? Is it pop culture? Is it drama? You can't just say it's a general interview format that doesn't exist. Everyone has a spin. Everyone has a take. And I want to know who these people are. But if they reach out to me and say they're interested, then I would research that and look into it. All right, guys. I think it's time to end the show. It's been a great podcast with some great topics I hope you guys enjoyed. So here's the deal. I am not here tomorrow. Saturday is my day off. But I return on Sunday for another full and fun streaming week here on the channel, featuring The Outer Worlds 2, all the continuing playthroughs, and of course the premiere of Call of Duty Black Ops 7. I wish you all a very safe and happy and fun Saturday. I'll be back on Sunday. Everyone, be safe. Peace out.